If you have a commission-based sales opportunity where reps can't make money for 30 to 60, 90 days or more, and you're figuring out how to close the gap on the income without providing training pay so your retention rates increase in the recruiting process, then this video is for you. Let's go. Hey guys, it's Ryan Holman with Sales Recruiting University here with another weekly video. Again, we have a team of almost 40 people and actively recruit over 1,000 commission-based sales reps every single month and growing across all sorts of different industries and consult companies on onboarding, training, management, culture, compensation, recruiting, leadership, sales management, and more. And we come to you in these videos every single week, helping you understand things that are coming up for our clients to bring value to you. So again, today we're talking about closing the gap in a commission-based sales opportunity from an income standpoint. From a retention perspective, when we recruit a new sales rep, the goal obviously is for them to have quick success, make money, have their belief system increase so they know that they can do the job, and from there they'll stick and continue to make money and grow with the company, right? When reps cannot make money for 30 to 60, 90 plus days, their doubt continues to increase over time, and far few in between actually make it. Now, the side caveat, we have roughly 1,000 clients on our client list, and I would say a third of those have opportunities where reps can't make money for 30, 60, 90 plus days. Maybe in long sales cycle B2B sales opportunities or real estate where a rep has to pay for their licensing, go through the licensing process and kind of scale up into the position, and it takes 3 to 6 months for them to get to a quota and make good money. Well, it's still natural for those companies to be like that. But if you specifically have an opportunity where you're trying to close the gap and you want to implement this, then again, this is for you. So we had a client last week that was trying to do this. They had an opportunity where reps typically would make money at best case by the 30-day mark, but usually at the 45 to 60-day mark. And they had high attrition, low retention. And so they said, hey, Ryan, how do we fix this? And so what we did is we talked about, hey, what does it look like for the average Joe to ramp up into the sales position? For this company, they had like a 6-figure opportunity that they were pitching, which is at least a couple grand in pay per week. 100 plus K per a year. And so we said, okay, that's what we're pitching in the recruiting process. Let's think about the average Joe. What does it take the average Joe to ramp up into that 8 plus K per month monthly income? And we came to a decision conservatively of 90 days or 12 weeks. And so what we did from there is we reverse engineered what that 12 weeks looked like from, Monday through Friday, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 12, every activity that would result into specific production and, result into building the pipeline all the way through those first 90 days. So that the rep would make 8K. And what that did for the owner is it provide clarity on kind of the metrics that reps need to hit to make that 8K plus per month in income by week 12. And so what we did from there is I said, hey, if a rep came on board and you had this blueprint, that's what we call it. We call it the success blueprint, kind of that 12-week thing. And by the way, your opportunity may be more entry level, or it may be a 30-day ramp up or 6-month ramp up. This company was 90 days / 12 weeks. And I said, hey, Mr. Owner, if you had a rep came on board, let's say you hired me and I came on and I was showing up and I had a good attitude and I was aligning and hitting all the activities within the onboarding blueprint that put me on track to make that 6-figure income or that 8K plus per month income, would you feel a little bit comfortable with paying me a little bit earlier? Like hypothetically, if in that onboarding blueprint in week 1, it was go to training and set your first 6 appointments with 3 of them turning into sit-down proposals. Like if I accomplished that, and historically that metric still meant that I didn't make money for 30 to 60 days, would you be able to change your mind and maybe pay reps early if they hit that benchmark? And he said, yeah, because I know that activity and production is coming through, and therefore I'm a little bit more confident in investing in this person to get them through their learning curve. And I said, okay, great. Those are kind of our options, is we either understand our blueprint and we provide additional compensation on top of the, the typical comp plan as they hit these activities and production marks leading through the blueprint until they get to the 6-figure income, or you just have some high-level benchmarks and do delayed training pay or delayed training bonuses, which is kind of the same thing, but more of like on a bi-weekly or a 30-day basis. So as an example, at my company, Sales Recruiting University, when we hire closers, we expect for them to hit some minimums. Those minimums are 2 closes in the first month, 4 closes in the second month, and 6 closes in the third month. And what we do is we do kind of like a delayed training pay where it's like, here's the bare minimums if you want to stick with our company. And by the way, it takes 90 days to ramp up. It just happens to be 90 days / 12 weeks for us, which is the same as this client. But for us, what we do is we say, hey, it's 2, 4, and 6, okay? Which is 12 sales over 90 days. We say, hey, if you hit that initial benchmark, right, in the first month, we're gonna give you a couple $1,000 bonus. If you hit 4 in your second month, which is the bare minimum requirement to continue working with us, we're gonna give you another couple $1,000 bonus. And then at the end of your ramp up period in weeks 9, 10, 11, and 12, 12, the last or the third month, if you hit 6+, which is what you should do, assuming you're on track to be successful at this company, we're gonna give you another couple $1,000 bonus. So $6,000 in onboarding bonuses in your first 90 days to kind of float the income a little bit and to get you to a place where you're making good money during that learning phase, okay? But for me, at our company, I'm comfortable doing that because they worked in an all-commission opportunity. They brought in 2 deals. I'm incentivizing them and getting them to that big boy or big girl income quickly. So you can do that. You can do kind of a delayed training pay. It's like, hey, bring in 2 sales or 1 sales or 5 sales, and that's gonna trigger this bonus monthly. Or you can get really granular and map out the whole onboarding process or the onboarding timeline, like that 12-week example that I gave you. Reverse engineer every metric that it takes to ramp up through that blueprint, that success blueprint, and then provide small incentives as they hit certain things. It's like, show up to, Monday training, bonus. Show up to Tuesday training, bonus. Go into the field or, hit 100 calls in your first day on the phones, Wednesday, bonus. Set your first 4 appointments on Thursday, bonus. Close your first deal on Friday, bonus. Whatever it is, right? Every opportunity, sales model, industry is a little bit different, but I think you get the point. So my point is if you have an opportunity where you're having retention issues and they can't make money typically for like 30, 45, 60 days, whatever it is, and you want to close that gap so your retention rates increase, then you can just incentivize people early. And as a business owner, you should be in a place where you desire to do this, right? If somebody comes in, they have a good attitude, they align with your culture, they're taking your leadership, they're going through the training processes, they're doing the sales activities, and that's turning into a pipeline building up, regardless of the sales role, which is going to result into closes and revenue for your business, then maybe you're in a place to be a little bit more confident in investing in that person so they can float through the place where they're actually making a good income, because that's what we want. We want people that'll show up with a good attitude, they'll do the work, they'll align with our values, our culture, they'll do the sales activities necessary for success. We want to freaking keep those people. And so closing the gap in this way can help from a comp perspective for the candidate and also for you, because it's not just traditional like training pay or a salary where you don't know if they're going to do anything at all, but it's dependent on them bringing in something. And this is a really cool way to save your butt from a cash investment perspective, but also to, get the rep additional funds. Now, again, this doesn't apply to all of you. This only applies to you if this is something you want to do. We have hundreds of clients that have opportunities where you can't make money for 30 to 60, 90 days, and they don't do this. They just recruit higher volumes of people, have higher attrition rates, and people stick through that process. But hopefully this made sense today. If you liked it, provide a thumbs up, drop a comment, share this video, and we'll look forward to the next one with you.